Folks, have you heard of the organization, the Global Alliance for Vaccine Immunization? It's called Gavi. Guess who the head of it is? Bill Gates, okay? RFK Jr. with a big announcement regarding that.
That America has provided in funding since 2001. And I'll tell you how to start taking vaccine safety seriously. Consider the best science available, even when the science contradicts established paradigms. Until that happens, the United States won't contribute more to Gavi. Define success not just in terms of the number of vaccines delivered, but on their rigorously measured overall impacts. Business as usual is over. Unaccountable and opaque policymaking is over.
The most important part of that is no more funding from the United States for Gavi. This is a good thing. I want to bring in now world-renowned doctor, chief scientific officer over at the wellness company. My friend, Dr. Peter McCullough, is with us. Doc, great to have you back on.
Thank you.
All right. I asked you on my podcast, Stinchfield, just this week, should we be upset with RFK Jr.? This obviously is probably a pretty decent move. Your thoughts?
I agree. You know, it turns out Bill Gates just stepped in with over $1 billion now to Gavi, the Global Vaccine Alliance. Gates seems to be hell-bent on global mass vaccination. Why would a philanthrocapitalist be so focused on vaccines? Gates has said there is no investment that gives him a better return than vaccines.
All right, so RFK Jr. makes this move, but we still have the COVID vaccine on the market. This is not safe. I've told people over and over again, I have people I trust, you, other doctors at the wellness company. It's not safe. Why is it still on the market?
No one knows, Grant. It hasn't been pulled off the market in any country right now. USA Facts is reporting huge numbers of COVID-19 vaccines are just dumped down the drain. Billions of American taxpayer dollars going for vaccines for nothing because Americans don't want them.
Doc, first and foremost, you were a cardiologist, if I have my facts straight. Myocarditis, the enlarging of the heart, I'm sure I oversimplify it, is a side effect of these vaccines. They now say it in the commercial for the vaccines, may cause enlargement of heart. We were told this was craziness. These were totally safe when these first came out. They now say it on a commercial. They're selling the vaccine.
We're talking myocarditis, heart damage that leads to cardiac arrest or heart failure, Grant. They haven't gone far enough. They should put a black box warning on these products if they're going to stay on the market. They have to warn people that they could take the shot, get heart damage, and die of a cardiac arrest.
All right, what is that, a black box warning? That first question. Second question, should the Attorney General be investigating how this all went down?
Black box warning is the most serious warning. You know, there are plenty of black box warnings on all kinds of drugs. I'll give you an example. Uloric, it's a popular drug for gout. It's got a black box warning for cardiovascular death. There are fatal cases of myocarditis. I presented them in the U.S. Senate. It's in the record, May 21st, 2025, Grant. Black box warnings have to get on these package inserts. And you know what? Package inserts are subject to regulatory law and the Department of Justice. I think there should be an investigation because the FDA is involved in obscuring the risks of the vaccines to the public.
Are you upset with what appears to be the lack of investigations of holding anybody accountable from the Dr. Fauci's of the world and beyond by this Justice Department, the FBI, et cetera?
We're long overdue for special counsels on the, investigating the origins of SARS-CoV-2, suppression of treatment, and the disastrous vaccine program. We need 3 separate investigations, long overdue.
Isn't that the truth? We've got special counsels on everything, it seems like, and yet nothing on this. And then it goes back to, boy, Big Pharma gives an awful lot of money to these lawmakers. I'm sure that has something to do with it. Dr. Peter McCullough, I appreciate the truth that you and all the other doctors over at the Wellness Company offer up for us. Thank you, sir, for coming on.
Thank you.